Hello. So today I've got a little bit of a flow practice focusing on the spine um, and the back. So if you do have any sort of back issues, this one's good for you. So come down onto your mat, lying down, and just take the feet to the edges of the mat and allow the knees to drop in towards each other. And then just place one hand on the belly, one hand at the heart center, closing off the eyes, relaxing the shoulders, face muscles, relaxing through the hips, and just breathing in and out through the nose. So you'll be able to feel the belly rising and lowering with your hand. And then start to deepen the breath. So breathing into the hand that's on the belly, and then into the hand at the chest. And then exhaling, drawing the navel in towards the spine. So inhaling and exhaling. Taking a couple more breaths in and out, just settling down onto the mat, tuning into the breath. And then release the hands, take the hands to the thighs and just start to draw the knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a bit of a hug, squeezing the knees in. And then just a gentle roll from side to side. And then keeping the knees together, placing the hands onto the kneecaps, just start to make some circles with the knees. So massaging the lower part of the back, the sacrum and the lumbar. Should feel really nice. And then going back in the other direction. And then bring both knees back in towards the chest. Take your arms out to a capital T, palms facing up, and then lower the knees over to the left. So taking a bit of a spinal twist. Try to relax the shoulders down, maybe taking the gaze over to the right, if that feels okay for your neck. Again, just focusing on your breath. And then bring the head back to center, bring the knees back to center, and then release the knees over to the other side. Taking the gaze over to the left, again, if that feels okay for your neck, relaxing the shoulders down, just enjoying the twist through the spine. And then bring your left hand across the body to join the right. So coming onto your side, just pausing here, taking a couple of breaths in and out, and then making your way up onto your hands and knees. So spreading the fingers, having the wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees are hip distance. You can either tuck or untuck the toes. And then release the belly down towards the mat so the tailbone lifts, heart sends forward. And then press the mat away with the hands, round out the back as much as you can. Coming back to your cow pose, looking forwards, arching through the spine. And then exhale to round, tucking the tailbone under. I'll take a couple more. Again, coming through into cow. Option to lift the heels up towards the bottom. And then exhale, rounding out the back, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Maybe you can lift the knees away, rounding out the back. And then releasing all the way back down. Take the hips all the way back to the heels and find a child's pose, reaching the fingers out in front, lengthening through the spine. And then start to walk the hands over to the right, placing the left hand on top of the right, feeling a stretch through the left side. And then walk the hands back through center, take them all the way over to the other side, right hand on top of the left. Feeling that stretch through the right side. Keep sinking the hips low. And then take the hands back to center, lifting back up to your hands and knees. And then start to walk the hands out to the corners of your mat, releasing the forehead down. Maybe releasing the chin or the chest, or if you've got a block, you can always place the head down onto a block. So just working into the upper part of the spine. Keeping the hips over the heels. And then keeping low, bringing the torso forwards, and then coming all the way down onto the belly. Make a pillow with the hands and then release the forehead on top. Bring the big toes to touch. Allow the ankles to drop out to the sides and just give the hips a bit of a shimmy, bit of a shake. And then place the tops of the feet back down on the mat. It can be about hip distance. Take the hands to chest, either side of the chest, keeping the elbows close in towards the body. And then start to peel the shoulders away. Lifting up to a baby cobra, and then slowly release the forehead back down to the mat. Inhaling, lifting up, exhaling to release. One more, inhaling, coming up to your baby cobra, using the back muscles, release the hands away from the mat. Take the arms out wide. Bring the hands back behind you, either pressing the hands towards each other or maybe finding the interlace, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then releasing all the way back down. Again, make that pillow with the hands, release the forehead on top. Toes, big toes touch, ankles drop out to the sides. And again, take a bit of a shimmy with the hips. And then take the hands out about mat width, coming onto spider fingers. So the palm is lifted away from the mat, just pressing into the pads of the fingers. Elbows point up to the sky. Forehead is down on the mat. And then on an inhale, lifting away, opening the chest. And then exhaling, releasing all the way down. Inhale to lift. Keep the chin tucked in. And then lift the head, exhale, release. We'll do one more, inhaling and exhaling all the way back down. Make that pillow with the hands, release the forehead. Again, just give the hips a bit of a shake. And then keeping one hand on top of the other, the feet, tops of the feet pressing down into the mat. Glue your forehead to your hands. And then on an inhale, lift the elbows, the hands away from the mat, squeezing the back muscles. Exhale, release. Inhaling, lifting the hands away from the mat. Exhale, release. One more, inhaling. Exhale, release. Bring the big toes together. Again, just Drop the ankles out to the sides, give the hips a bit of a shimmy. And then release the feet, take the hands to chest height, press into the hands, come through all fours, and then take the hips all the way back to the heels, rounding out the back. Again, releasing the forehead to the mat, or if you've got your block, releasing the forehead down onto your block. So there's no straining through the neck. And then lifting all the way back up. Take the hips over to one side, extend the legs out in front. Reach the arms up to the sky, flexing the toes, and then start to hinge forwards. So trying to keep length through the spine, placing the hands down. So you might be quite high up, still trying to keep that length through the spine, or you might be able to fold a little deeper. You can always take a bend in the knees and just fold onto the tops of the legs. Take the hands underneath the thighs, release the head. And then lifting all the way back up, take the hands behind you, take the hands wide, place the feet hip distance, and then open the chest, maybe drop the head back. Lifting all the way back up, crossing the legs at the top of the mat. And just taking the left hand onto the right knee, right hand behind, twisting, taking the gaze back behind you, coming back to center, taking a twist over to the other side. Coming back to center, interlace the fingers in front, round out the back as much as you can, bringing the chin towards the chest. And then turn the palms away from you, reach the arms up to the sky. Release the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, send the heart forwards. And then release the hands back to the heart center. Closing off the eyes or just dipping the forehead, dipping the chin towards the chest, relaxing the shoulders. Breathing in and out. And then bowing forwards. Namaste. Thank you very much. So just a short sequence there for the spine, mainly working into the upper part of the spine. So I hope you enjoy that one and see you next time. Thank you.